Okay, first things first. When was the last time you slept? It's Friday.
Tuesday morning, I was arrested by the FBI at 5 a.m. I spent Tuesday in LA County Jail. I was assessed to be a minimal flight risk, and my bail was set for $100,000. My mother signed over her house. I was released on Wednesday and ordered to appear in a federal court in New York's Southern District at 10 a.m. today. I flew here Wednesday, and I met with 5 attorneys yesterday.
And why didn't you go with them?
3 of them were already taken.
And why didn't you go with them?
3 of them were already taken.
Yeah, there's 31 names. There's 31 people named in your indictment. It's Black Friday for criminal lawyers. What about the other 2?
One told me that money was his second favorite form of payment.
Uh-huh.
And the 5th was also taken, but he recommended I called you.
Why?
I told him I wanted someone that worked in the prosecutor's office. Now, that didn't narrow the field much, but when I told him I needed someone who wasn't even a little bit shady, that's when the list got short. What do you know about me?
I've been briefed by my little sister about your situation. She knows about your story because she's a moron.
The tabloids.
I read some of the tabloids, and I read your indictment after our call last night. I also bought your book. I'm only 81 pages in, but Molly, did you commit a felony and then write a memoir about it?
I haven't run a game in over 2 years. I hate to spoil the ending, but that's when the government raided my games and took all my money, assuming that it was all made illegally, which it wasn't. I moved out with my mother and lived in Keystone, and I started writing a book to pay off debts.
And just to really knuckle down that timeline, you ran games in LA for 6 years?
Yeah.
Without taking rank?
Right.
And then again in New York for roughly 2 years.
I took a rake in the last 6 months.
And then the government came in, took all your money in a civil forfeit, and you left town?
I moved in with my mother in Colorado. I've been living there for the last 2 years.
And that's where you wrote this book?
Yes.
And this came out 3 weeks ago. You did a press tour, and then you moved back to LA.
Yes.
And that's where you were arrested by the FBI.
Yes.
So, in the first 81 pages of your book, you name a bunch of names.
I'm sorry.
You gave up a bunch of movie stars that came to your game.
Yeah.
Isn't that against some form of poker code?
There's no poker code. And there's no law of a lack of discretion.
Wouldn't it be good if there were, though?
Are you talking to me as a client or not?